Alrighty, we're mere moments away from the drop of the puck between the 6th seed, the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, and the 3rd seed, the Ocean City Typhoons. Prior to this match, Irvion put out a ghost update to fix a few people from crashing during the game, and so we do not have the color mod here tonight, but we do have a little bit of an overlay, and we'll see how we do over the night. This is our final matchup of the evening, so in about an hour, we'll be calling the evening to a close, but it's only a matter of time before we get this one rocking and rolling. So let's get into the nitty-gritty here this evening, as in our pro promotional series, these players as well are fighting for their right to get into our top division here in SPL. If you're not too familiar with how SPL is structured, we got 4 divisions here on our main side of SPL. At the top, we got the Pro Division, then Challenger, which are these teams that you're going to be seeing tonight, and then underneath that is our Intermediate Division, and then finally our Open Division, where you're placed at the beginning of your SPL career. If you have no prior SPL experience and you sign up, that's where you go. But yeah, so tonight we're seeing 2 Challenger teams looking to get their way into Pro. 2 spots are up for grabs, and they're feisty for them. Down on the bottom right is our matchup that we're going to be seeing here in moments. Ocean City Typhoons taking on the Delmarva Dandy Skaters in a best-of-3. Winner goes on to play the West Virginia Orangutans later on in the week. That is also a best-of-3, and then to finalize it out, both finalists of this bracket will be making their way into Pro. So the final 2 remaining at the top of the list will get a guaranteed pro spot, and then they'll battle it out for the bragging rights and all that might entail with that. But from these 2 teams, their ultimate goal is to fight against the Tampa Bay Turtles, which were previously known as the Philadelphia Piglets. It's gonna be a tough one, but of course we have some of the fan favorites out there on the ice. Delmarva Dandy Skaters having a lot of big names, you know them well. Less Than Dennis N, Unglued Snail, and Dr. Samurai. Less Than Dennis, of course, being on our staff. Unglued Snail, one of the league admins here in SPL. Then, of course, N, the captain of the Arizona Outlaws. He's a man of many names. I call him Cuz, but, you know, you might know him by another name. And, of course, Dr. Samurai playing both West and East. He's a diverse character here in SPL and one that's well respected. Of course, for the Ocean City Typhoons, Crooks being the captain, is at the top of the list. He demands a lot with his franchise here in SPL. And then following him along is Q and Zay. If you don't know either of those characters, Q used to play on the Philly Ugly Pucklings back in Season 2 down in Open. He played magnificently, might I add. And then going straight from Open into what feels like Pro to some people. His numbers haven't really changed. Back in the 2nd season of SPL Rebound, he had 100 shots listed in his 14 games played, and 42 of those 100 shots ended up going into the netting. So he's a shooter. He's looking for the laser beam, and he's looking to make it count. Here are the statistics from both sides of the ice throughout the regular season of SPL Rebound. This does include the disbanded teams, so some of these are with the inclusion of the numbers against the Tampa Bay Tapirs. There's nothing much I can do about that. Of course, I'm keeping an eye on Q. He's my player to watch for the Ocean City Typhoons. He has the most goals on the ice out of his 10 games played in the regular season. Of course, for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, I got my eyes on N. Of course, Less Than Dennis, playing more of as their 3. He has the majority of the possession time as expected. In 3v3, there's 3 positions. There's the 1, 2, and the 3. 1 is kind of the striker position where you cherry pick a little bit. 2 is your winger. He plays like the mid zone. And then you have your 3, which is the defense, goaltender, whatever you like to call it, the sweeper, some might call it. But your 3 normally quarterbacks to play, and if you don't have a solid 3 whenever it comes to 3v3, you don't have a team, because if he messes up, then you really don't have anybody to fall back on. But all 6 parties are ready to rock, ready to roll. We're taking this one down to the ice. I haven't reset the scoreboard. But the puck is dropped, and this best-of-3 is underway. We're good to go. Good shot. Nice save by Snail. Snail able to keep this one to the top side. Of course, Delmarva's going to be on your left side in their blue. Good shot by Zay. Opens up the scoring with a strong one. About 25 feet from the crease. Q to Zay. A good exchange. Unglued Snail just not quite ready for that one. And the Ocean City Typhoons start off on the right foot. Is the clock not picking up? There's just no clock. That's interesting. I need to fix that. That's a now problem. That's not a later problem. That's a now problem. Is that inside the box? I'm going to just hope and pray that that's yes. Is that good? Yeah, that's center. That's close enough. It's whatever. We're gonna live with it. It's not that important. You can see it, and that's all that matters. Less than Dennis along the top side boards, looking to bring this one out. And that's a goal for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Makes it 1-1 with a beautiful beamer off the backhand. And finds himself a slap one shot, finding a deflection along the way. And that's what really counts. 4 minutes remain in this first period of action here in game number 1. And this overlay's already given me a migraine. Zay down the near side for the Typhoons, pops this one towards Q, stolen away by N. N at the red line, trying to battle for his right to party along the top side. Q here, picking it up off the forehand over to Zay. Nice steal away by Snail. Snail here off of Krooks out at the neutral zone, trying to pull this one away. Goes off less than Dennis to the top side point of the attacking zone. Dennis here for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters over to N, down low. See the neutral zone, here's Snail. Snail topside, stopped away by Zay. Zay off the forehand, finds a pass over to Q. Q here with a backhand touch, and directing that one into the corner. Q topside into the corner. Q, Krooks down to the near side, finds Zay. Zay off the backhand, out to the near side point. Q retrieving this one back into the defensive end, and they're getting a nice touch on that one. Able to free this one up for the Skaters off the backhand over to Dennis. Off the backhand, almost able to swing that one off the stick, but not quite able to launch that rocket into space. Q down to the defensive end, stolen away by N. N with a nice passing option, goes off the stick of Q as that one's clogged away. Krooks to the top side, off the forehand pass, off the glass. Zay down to the near side. Q here battling for his puck possession over to Zay. Zay off the hip for the forehand. Can't really see half of Zay on the ice right now. He's doing a good job of blending in. Krooks to the top side. Q retrieving this one to the defensive end, finds his way into the hands of his captain. Krooks stopped up by N. N off the back end, looking to hand it off to Dennis. Dennis along the top side boards, battling for the puck, able to pull this one away, able to get this one to the N, back out to the far side point. The battle continues. N, Q, Dennis off the hip. Q comes away with this one off the back end. 2-on-1, shooting, nice save by Snail. Q, down low. Working his magic out to Krooks. Krooks out the backhand, shooting, scoring. He makes it 2-1 for the Ocean City Tsunamis. Good bottle rocket, able to pull it right from the point into the twine. With 2:22 remaining here in this first period of action. The difference is getting small. Krooks along the top side, looking to pull this one off the wall, able to find its way into the hands of Zay, returned back over to Krooks. Krooks forehand pass, goes off Snail, off the dome, able to beat him out, has to hold W, only had to beat out his captain along the process, but unglued Snail, able to make that one tied up yet again, with a 2-2 score on the board. Krooks able to pop this one down low. Here's unglued Snail looking to lean this one towards the top side of the ice. Here's Dennis along the boards, looking to pop this one out and around time. 150 remaining here in this first period of action. Stolen away. Zay able to clog up the clockwork. That was that breakout attempt. Dennis goes off of Q from the stick of Snail into the neutral zone, and hot on the heels of Krooks as Krooks has possession. Reversing this one down to the near side off the back end, pops this one down to Q. Nice deflection, almost able to pull that one off the face onto the curve, but not quite able to. Krooks shot, nice save by Snail off the upper left 90. Snail dangling towards the top side of the ice, able to leak this one out in the hands of N. Out in front, shot off the near side into the corner. Dennis having that one on a golden platter, just not quite able to capitalize on it. Zay off the forehand down to the near side. Q looking for this shot, not able to get that one past Dennis. Dennis off the forehand over to Snail. Snail here off the back end, taking this one down the near side wing. Looking to return this one back over to Dennis. Dennis off the backboard, goes off to Krooks. Krooks here in the defensive end for the Typhoons. Looks top side for Zay. Zay goes off of N. Q handed over to Snail. Snail off the back end, shot over to Dennis. Almost able to deflect that one in off the back of the face. Not quite able to get solid enough contact on that one as it goes over the rainbow. Krooks topside out over to Q. Q down low in the near side corner of the offensive zone. Typhoons looking to give it all out here on this last of what seems to be the few pushes left in this period. Q with an opportunity, not able to beat out Dennis. Dennis taking charge in his near side corner. Forehand pass a little weak to N, trying to compensate for it, but Krooks ultimately in possession of that one. Plays with fire. Topside out to Zay. Zay hitting that one off the left ear, shooting, but not quite able to make it on target. Q down the near side over to Krooks. Krooks with a nice shot. Nice block by Dennis. Keeps this one down the near side. Krooks here, or Q trying to find its way back out top to Zay. Zay here with 13 seconds remaining in the first, and shooting. Nice shot, and he finds himself a goal, making it 3-2 in favor of the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Teamwork makes the beam work. Snail down the near side, stopped up by Crooks. Snail here with one man to beat, and that one goes out the far side of the crease and wide, and able to control this one back out to Snail, but that's going to do it for this first period of action. 2-3. Ocean City down, but they're not out. A much more even matchup, might I add, than the previous one that we saw. All 6 parties ready up, ready to rock, ready to roll. We're taking it back down to the ice for the second period here in game number 1 to commence. Puck is dropped. Dennis getting the first touch on this one down the near side. The battle comes out for N, looking for that netting, but not quite able to find it cleanly. Crooks, Q, taking this one back to his own defensive half. Off the backhand, looking for Zay down low in the near side corner. And they're reading that play. Finds a pass towards Dennis. Zay, Q shooting. Nice save by Snell. Goes off Dennis into the netting. And Q, the last point of contact for the Ocean City Typhoons, finds himself a tally in the goals column. And goes off Q, off Zay. Good shot by Dennis into the top side. Goes off Crooks. Crooks here getting this one into the neutral zone. Snail with a shot off the near side and wide. Crooks, top side out to Zay. Zay off the forehand, finding its way towards Crooks. Crooks having the battle for it against Dennis. Top side out of his own zone. 2-on-1. Zay with a shot. Hits the corner, and that's an Ocean City goal. Beautiful way to pull this lead right back for the boys in red. Don't know where his stick was at, but that was a beautiful shot with his telepathic abilities. Q, back over to Crooks. Crooks here off the forehand. Down the near side, banks it off the glass over to Q. Q with a shot, goes off, Dennis into the netting, and that's an Ocean City goal. 5-3 is the score with 4:12 remaining in this period of action. It's the second period of action. I forgot to change that. That's my bad. Well, with 48 seconds elapsing into the second period of action, 2 goals being the lead now for Ocean City, coming into this one with a 1-goal deficit. Really turning it around. Really just trying to get this one down low. Q out in front and almost able to make him pay, but Q there with a nice defensive effort, able to get this one out into the offense. Snail down the near side, gets this one past Zay and retrieving this one, but not quite able to take it off the stick of Zay. Zay down low to Q. Q off the forehand, looking for the pass out in front, goes off the stick of Snail. Snail here taking possession out to the top side corner. Crooks pulling this one back down low into the offensive zone, finds his way to Zay. Zay here with the backhand off the shot. Nice save by Dennis, good block by Crooks. On the upper right shot, Zay with a shot down to the far side. Q able to get this one out to Crooks. Over to Q yet again. Over to Crooks. Crooks with a shot. Good save by Snail. Able to keep that one out of the way of harm as he goes down the near side with 3:20 remaining in the second. Snail looking for N. Crooks with the possession down the near side. Goes with a nice stick check. Snail able to set that pick. Gets Zay away from the puck. Goes off N into the near side. Goes off Crooks to Zay. Zay back down to Crooks. Crooks looking towards the top side of the ice. Pass goes over to Zay. Zay off the forehand touch. Goes off Dennis along the top side board. Zay looking to jive his way along the way. Finds his way to Q. Q down the near side. Goes off the shot. Off the far side post. How'd he hit that shot? There's no way that would have even been plausible to hit the post on that angle. But he did it. 2 minutes 48 remaining in the second period of action. Q with a shot. Good save by Snail. Q off the backhand. Snail there with the retrieval down the near side over to N. N against Q down the near side. What should be the battle of the letters, but Q has a few more letters in his. Crooks there with a dump in, looking for Zay. Snail finds Dennis, top side, goes past N into the offensive zone, keeping this one going northways for the skaters. Q able to deke his way down the near side. Good shot attempt, goes off the stick of N, loosened back over to Dennis. Here's less than Dennis. Looking to take this one down low, goes off Q, goes off N. From Crooks down the near side, looking to scoop this one off. Good touch up by Q. Q here off the back and sends it off the backside of the backside of the netting rather. Q looking to dance his way around town. Dennis having other plans. Zay, Q goes off Snail into the corner. 2 minutes, 2 seconds remaining here in the second period of action here in game 1. Good shot off the far side glass, brought down to the near Crooks. Zay shot saved by Dennis. Snail down the near side. And off the backhand, not able to get it past Q. Cleanly Snail with a helping hand. Dennis down to the near side corner, finds his way to N. And here off the the near side board, trying to pop this one out. Snail stopping up that shot. Q picks up where he left off, not able to dangle past. Shot on target, scores! Unglued Snail from his own side of the blue line. What a shot here in the second period of action, makes it 4-5. All names are letters. Well, yeah, but like you got to hear me out. Like you got to understand. Crooks down low, taking this one along the topside boards. How do you get a toe drag in this game? I didn't even think that was possible. Zay with a forehand shot goes off the near side and wide. Snail and topside out to Dennis. Shot! Oh, the Snail would have sent it in. That would have been immaculate. Dennis down the near side, finds a way out to the face-off dot and over to Dennis. Out of the far side, neutral zone, drives in, and here off the back end, takes it off the hip. Crooks able to take this one out the other way. Backhand shot, takes it out the far side into the pocket. Here's Snail trying to pick up where he left off, but Zay not making life any easier down in the corner. 104 remains in the second period of action, and here with a forehand shot, nice save by Crooks. Dennis crashes the crease, but not able to find the puck in his pocket. And over to Crooks. Crooks off the back end, finds Q. Q along the top side, tries to drive on. Snail just letting him have a little bit of elbow room. Not something you can do with Q, or else he'll find a passing lane open out in front. And along the top side, a little Beyblade action between him and Crooks. Battle comes out to Snail down the near side. Dennis almost able to pull that one off. That would have been pretty awesome. Snail dangles down center avenue. Zay controls this one to the top side. Snail off the backhand, forehand drives in, goes off the forehand down to the near side with 30 seconds remaining and a 1-goal difference. The Ocean City Typhoons right now in the lead. Unglued Snail off the backhand, out in front. Q almost able to make him burn, but not quite able to get there in time. 18 seconds remain. Down to the near side, Crooks able to find Zay. Zay back over to Crooks. Crooks goes off the hip to the forehand. They're able to get this pass down against the grain. 10 seconds remain. Zay with a shot off to the far side. Q jams it in on the doorpost, but Snail shuts off the faucet. Crooks shot off and down to the near side. Zay here off the back end, not quite able to beat out Dennis. And that's the end of the second period of action. 4-5. Typhoons in the lead. Good stuff from both sides of the ice. Taking a look at a little bit more in-depth individual efforts out there so far. Less than Dennis, really pulling his weight. I said that, and then I looked at the numbers, and he's a little bit down there. But we're going to see if he can pick up his bootstraps here in game number 1. We're getting this third period rocking here before you can say lasagna. All right, you could probably got it out, but it's not important. Well, that was fun. That's the end of the ball game. 4-5. That was interesting. Thanks, Irvion. 45 is the score. Let's get this third period going. Puck is dropped. Game is on. Down the near side goes off Q. And trying to drive that one on Northways as well. Q here off the back end. Sends this one top side. Snail off the back end over to the N. And on his own defensive corner. Looking to bring this breakout to a halt. Zay able to turn it over. Finds Q out in the neutral zone. Top side out to Snail. Snail off the forehand towards the top side boards. Dennis taking it off the hip. Q here off the back end. Shooting. Scoring. He makes it 6-5 and has a hat trick in his back pocket while he's in the market. Good pickoff from the pocket of Dennis. Steals it like a thief in the night, and he's got himself 3 cookies. What a face-off win. N finds a way. Zay able to pull this one back to his own defensive end. N, Snail looking for this shovel down the far side. Able to beat out Q for the time being. Able to knock this one loose. Crooks, topside corner. Snail and Q do battle yet again with the sticks. Q coming out with the hip. Comes off Zay over to Dennis. Q pulls this one away from the boards. Board battle continues along. Snail able to get a touch on this one. Zay here with possession. Topside out. Goes off Dennis. Dennis here off the backhand. Not quite able to sauce that one in. A little upset while he's at it. Dennis with a shot out through the crease. Absolute monster of a physical play, but not quite able to see it through. Q shuffled back over to Crooks, and they're getting in the passing lane of that one. Snail, topside, able to pull this one away. Off the forehand, over to N. Nice touch by Zay, able to keep that one away. Shot, scores! Q from his own defensive end, makes it 7-4 with 3 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the third period of action here in game number 1. Crooks along the top side, goes off the tip of the stick, comes down to Zay. Zay off the backhand, over to N. And down the near side boards, trying to bank this one off over to Dennis. Dennis able to free himself up off the back end. In time was Crooks on the defensive back check. Shot, scores! Q again! Wow! 3:34 remaining in the period, and they just keep tallying them on. Q off the same shot as before. And, yeah, 4 points the gap now. Dennis off the forehand, looking for the shot, goes off Crooks down to the near side, takes it off to Swivel. Snail off the back end, shot saved by Crooks. No, Dennis off of Zay, out into the defensive end for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Here's Snail. Snail from the point, losing that one. Here's Crooks. Krooks off the back end, hits Q, goes over to Snail. Snail in his own defensive corner, looking to bring this one down towards the near side. Gets this one over to N. N here off the back end, forehand. Nice save by Zay down to the near side. Swatted away by N. N trying to get possession back. Zay trying to camouflage himself. Krooks at Dennis. Down low into the offensive zone for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Here's Krooks finding its way over to Zay. Zay goes off Dennis. Dennis here for Delmarva. Down low. Krooks here for Ocean City. Finds his way down the near side. Snail with a shot. Top side and wide. Dennis able to keep possession. Off to the near side. Finds a pass along the boards. N looking down the near side for a pass out in front. Goes off of Zay over to Snail. Snail, forehand shot, off the near side and wide. Krooks able to keep possession back for Ocean City. Topside out along the boards. Q, under pressure. Dennis turns it over. Tries to battle this one free. Q, able to work that one back under his own stick. Krooks here with 2 minutes 22 remaining in the period of action, and perhaps the end of game one. Zay, forehand shot. Topside out. Q looking for that stick battle. Snail dumps this one out. Krooks down to the near side. Finds his way to Zay. Zay off the back end. Throws it off. Dennis scoring. And that's his third of the night. And 9th for his team. A pass intended for Q. Q might have done that as well. So Dennis really had his hand tied. And with 2:06 remaining, I think we've already found our victor. But who's to say? A comeback still might be in the back pocket of Dennis. Snail looking to work his magic down the near side. It's Krooks towards the top side, goes off and into the corner. And looking to drill this one along the top side point. Dennis able to get a touch on this one. Zay here trying to drive his way along the top side boards. Dennis slapping Zay a little bit just to make sure he knows who's boss. Dennis off the back end, goes off Zay, over to Snail. Snail down along the near side boards, goes over to N. N driving in, goes off to the point, but not quite able to find the stick of Snail. Snail looking to bring this one down the near side. Q there with a nice can opener. Brings possession over to Typhoons. Goes off and out at the near side of his own point. Krooks with a shot off the far side and wide by mere inches. Q with a nice shot. Not able to beat out Dennis. Out in front, Zay getting a hip on it, but not enough to send that one northways. 1:20 remaining here in this third period of action. 4-9. Typhoons lead. Krooks down low. Down to the near side. Finds Zay. Zay over to Krooks. Krooks along the top side board. Stolen away. Snail shooting. Scores! Off the near side. Pipes. Finds its way through the traffic in the best way possible. Unglued Snail able to get himself on the board with a good shot. Goes off of Krooks' hip, but not enough to keep it wide. 1:09 remains in the third. Krooks with a shot off the near side. Dennis pulling this one into his back pocket. Q there stealing that one away. Saw the watch, wanted to keep it. He knows how much it's worth. Krooks along the topside board, just looking to leak the time off the clock a little bit. Not much has left to be said. Shot by Krooks, and they find themselves another shot from their own point. I think that's the fourth one they've put in like that. I could be mistaken, but Krooks learned that from Skiz. Skiz will meet him in the parking lot. Let's see how it goes. That is a lie. 42 seconds remain in the third. Good shot by Dennis. Goes off Krooks out to the point. N trying to drive his way down the near side. Off the back end. Forehand pass over to Dennis. Dennis shooting off the far side and wide. Zay off the back end. Gets this one out of his own defensive end. Here's Snail looking down towards the near side of the ice. 28 seconds remaining in this game. 5 goals to the gap. Zay taking his time. Nothing left to prove for the Typhoons. And they know it. Q with a nice shot. Dennis there with a nice block off the side of the noggin. Snail down the near side, pops this one out for a spell. 10 seconds remain in the third. Top side out to Zay. Zay here off the back end, able to pull this one down low. Goes off Snail, goes off Q, off Zay. Snail with possession, shooting on target. Good stop by Q. That's a goal. Ah, Q, you dirty mustard seed. He stole it away. That's just spiteful. I think he's getting benched. I'm calling it out now. That's the end of the ball game. Final score, 11-5. Goal scores of the night for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, 2 for Snell, 1 for Dennis, 2 for N. And then for the Ocean City Typhoons, Q having 6, Krooks having 2, Zay having 3. Getting more into the individual efforts out there on the ice. Everything was pretty even as terms of as the previous slide goes. But Q, player to watch of the night, really came out in a big way. 7 shots were saved away, but that really doesn't matter. Unglued Snail stood tall. 8 out of the 11 saves on his name. And big reason why they were still in that game for the longest time. But game 2, looking to be underway. Not sure where this is going. That was weird. Zay with 6 seconds of possession time. That is interesting. That's a good point out. That's a wild and wacky world. All 6 of those, or at least 5 of those seconds were whenever he shot, probably. You can block people? Is that a thing you can do in SPL? Or the, not SPL, but Slapshot? But 5 out of the 6 are ready to go. Q, the lone man back. He's still getting his hand warmers ready. Can you do best of 7 against the noobs? We'll have to talk about that after this. Best of 13. Best of 13. Why not? You know, why not? But we're getting this one back down to the ice to get this underway. I forgot to give that tally on the mark. I forget which slider I'm turning down. There we go. I'm just a little mental lapse there as we get this first period underway. Dennis in his own corner trying to get possession, goes over to Q. Q here off the forehand. Look for this backhand shovel over to Crooks. Crooks dangles, shooting, scores, and that's an early goal for the Ocean City Typhoons as they find themselves in the lead. With mere seconds elapsing off the clock, the first offensive drive's a good one. 18 seconds into it. Goal number 1's on the board. And dangling down low. Off the forehand wraparound, stopped up by Crooks. Crooks here taking this one off the backhand, down to the near side. Jives his way through. Snail takes this one away, goes off cue, down to the near side. Dennis banked this one over to Snail. Snail over to N. Nice steal away by Crooks. Gets this one down northways. Snail, N. Topside, hits up Crooks along the way. Crooks here taking this one back to his own defensive end, down across the far side, stopped up. Nice touch by Q, but not quite able to beat out Dennis, or beat off Snail on the defensive side. 4:05 remains in the first shot. Scores! Crooks out of the get-go. Finds himself a rocket, and he makes that one count. Q with a good stick battle, a little bit of a pick, and Crooks to clean up the rest. 4:04 remains in the first period of action here in Game 2. Delmarva needs to come out with a big win to force game number 3, or else Typhoon's going to take a walk up to the West Virginia Orangutans. Snail off the backhand, loosened up for the time being. Zay off the backhand, shoots, scores, and that's 3-0 in the pocket of the Ocean City Typhoons. What a shot. 1:09 into this first period of action, and it's already 3-0. Zay out in front and able to pull this one out. Top side, stopped up by Q. And here controlling this one back on the defensive end, able to find Snail. Snail down towards the near side, just out of the reach of Dennis. Dennis here, down along the near side board, stopped up by Crooks. Crooks here. Off the back end, shooting, looking for the net, off the far side by about a puck length. And top side, finds Crooks. Crooks here, trying to drill this one back into his own defensive end. Topside boards, bank pass over to Q. Q here along the topside boards. Off the backhand, finds Zay. Over to Crooks. Crooks down near side, out of the point, looking for Zayden. Snail stealing it away, finds Dennis, shooting. Nice save by Crooks with a beautiful block out at his own defensive blue line. 3:08 remained in the first period of action. In the Delmarva Dandy Skaters pulling themselves up by their bootstraps a little bit here on the defensive end, able to pull out some of those pass interceptions, and it's coming out in a big way. And with a nice shot attempt, goes off to the far side. The races continue. Crooks, the majority touch, goes off Snail, back out to the near side point. Shot goes off Snail, shuffles it in, and that's the first goal for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Good way to get it right to him. Stick it to the man. 2:45 remains in this first period of action. 2 goals down. Now it's down to 1. Good shot from N. We didn't even get like a full breath in before N found himself a scoring opportunity. Splits the defense. Takes it off the face of Q. And 1 point's the difference now. Dennis down low into the near side corner of the offensive zone. Q fighting for his right to party out into the defensive end. Here's Snail off the shot, goes off Q. Nice shot attempt by Dennis. Finds his way down to the hands of N. N over to Snail. Snail off the hip of Dennis. It's loosened up. Shot's not able to find its way in. Q Topside corner, brought over to Crooks. Crooks down the near side, finds its way towards Zay. Zay off the hands of Snail, down the near side, able to find N. Reversed over to Snail. Snail lags out. Q, advantage taken, not able to beat out Dennis between the hash marks. Crooks shooting off the far side of the cage and wide. Zay down the near side, off the back end, finds a passing lane towards Q, and there's getting a touch on it, but that was a timely one, as this one comes back into the hands of the Typhoons. Crooks, Zay, nice backhand opportunity, not able to beat out the defense. Snail, top side, stopped up. Here's Dennis. Dennis here off the back end, shooting. Nice block by Zay, not done yet. Dennis trying to push on through the defensive end, not quite able to successfully, as this one's taken out top side. Good shot off the far side of the cage and wide. Snail, and down the near side, finds its way to Dennis. Dennis, stopped up by Zay. Zay off the back end, sent over to N. Here's Q along the top side, trying to take this one into the offensive zone, swatted wide by Snail. Dennis looking to make the most of his opportunities along the top side, beats it out on the wing, not quite able to send that one packing. Crooks looking towards the near side, off the glass, finds his way to the hands of Zay, top side out to Q. Q off the back end, stopped up, and bringing this one out. And around town, shot goes off the hands of Crooks from Dennis. Dennis not done yet, down low in the zone, looking to work his magic out in front. Nice forehand shot attempt, but not able to beat out. Nice shot by Dennis, and he makes it 3-3. Good shot. Gets the Delmarva Dandy Skaters back into the hot seat and back into the saddle. 1 minute remains here. 3-3 is the score. Sorry, I had to sneeze. And back into his own defensive end, finds its way into the hands of Snail. Snail taking his time, gets this one passed over to N. N pass over to Dennis, shoots, scores, and that's a Delmarva lead, making it 4-3 from the neutral zone. N finds the sniper rifle, aims, shoots, scores, and in the first period of action, we're not done yet. N off the backhand. From the boards, Crooks able to find it in his own pocket to send this one down and packing. Snail leans towards the top side of the ice. Off the backhand, banks it off the boards, looks for Dennis. Crooks with the first touch on this one, finds Q. Q here off the backhand, not quite able to send that one on target. Snail off Zay. Zay over to Q. Q here not quite able to pocket that one. Nice shot attempt by Crooks, and pulls it off the backhand, finds its way back into the palm of Crooks. Nice shot, but not quite able to beat out the defense. Crooks there sending this one down and sailing, and that's the end of the first period of action. 4-3 is the score. Amongst these two hockey clubs, this time around, Delmarva in the lead of the game. All six parties ready to rock, ready to roll. We're taking it back down to the ice. Ocean City in the red, Delmarva in the blue. The puck is dropped, the game is on, and this second period is underway. Snail shoots, scores right out of the get-go, makes it 5-3. The Ocean City Typhoons just not ready for that one. Dennis driving in, shooting, nice block by Crooks. Crooks looking to take this one topside. Q tries to dangle out N, not something too many people can do. N doesn't bite on a whole lot of dekes. Good shot by Crooks, goes off the far side of the cage. Q back over to Crooks. Crooks here in the neutral zone. Good shot blocked by N over to Dennis. Dennis here off the tip of the stick. A little give and go action. N not quite able to take it on the swivel. Q looking to jive with this one down center avenue. Goes off Dennis. Dennis here trying to set that pick. Finds N. N off the back end. Goes off Zay back into the defensive end for Delmarva. Here's Snail. Snail out in front. Goes off Crooks. Nice shot and a big save. Out in front of his own crease. Snail standing tall. Dennis holding topside boards, trying to get this one northways. Zay, Q have other plans. Dennis wins this one away off the back end, shooting over to N, scores, and that's a hat trick for N. 4:04 remains in the second period of action. And what a goal to be scored. N claiming his victims. And that's his third biscuit of the night. Or of the match. Crooks pickpocketed by Dennis. Dennis trying to bring this one off the hip. Q out the other way. 2-on-1. Shot off the near side and wide. Here's Zay. Down the near side. Off the back end. And getting a touch on this one. Zay able to get this one northways for his hockey team. Snail with a shot. Scores. And that's goal number 3 for Snail. 7 goals the total for Delmarva, and they took a page out of the Typhoons playbook. Kruk's a dump out, controlled by N. Goes off Kruk's stick, goes towards the netting, just off the far side and wide from Zay's attempted shot. Snail, off the back end, hits Zay. Zay trying to get this one through, goes off Q from Snail's dump out. Q with possession, throws this one over to Kruk's. Kruk's along the top side boards, looking for this passing lane down the near side over to Q. Q here trying to drive on Northways for the Ocean City Typhoons. Goes off Kruk's, goes off Snail, over to Zay. Zay here towards the top side, looking for the pass over to Q. Q with a nice shot, goes off and off Snail to the top side corner. Delmarva here trying to break out of their own defensive shell. Q over to Zay, goes off the top of his head. Trying to keep possession. Zay goes off the boards. Snail down near side. Here's N with a nice backhanded shovel. But Kirk's there controlling it nicely. Over to Zay. Shot. Nice save by Snail. Saw through the lies of the Jedi and brought peace and prosperity for the time being. Snail gets this one out of his own defensive end and keeps the score 7-3. Snail slapped by Q. Q not going to be deterred, down to the near side. Finds a way over to Zay. Zay top side out to Q. Q off the forehand back over to Kruk's. Kruk's with a nice shot. Nice save by Snail. Goes off Zay. Shoots. Scores. And that's goal number 4 for the Ocean City Typhoons. It's down to 3. How long will that last? Q off the backhand, looking towards the near side of the ice. Off a nice shot, goes off the face of N, and off the forehand, goes off Q. Q handled back over to Kruk's. Kruk's able to split the defense, goes over to Q. Q over to Zay, not quite able to react in time. Able to send this one back into his own defensive end to keep possession for the Typhoons. Top side goes off Dennis. Zay with a nice shot, goes off Snail. Snail leaning down towards the near side of the ice. Looking for that passing lane. Zay able to get this one out in front. Plays with fire. And Dennis able to get the extinguisher out in time. He comes out big for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Zay with a shot attempt goes off into the far side corner. Snail pressurized by Q. Back into the defensive end by the Typhoons. Kruk's first man back goes off Zay into the offensive zone. Snail first touch on this one. Top side out of the zone goes off Kruk's. Kruk's with a shot off the far side and wide. Brought down to the near Zay. Q leaving that one go out into the top side corner. Trying to keep this one down low. Not able to get that pass off the board. Snail keeping this one down in the far side corner. Dennis is letting whatever happens, happens. 1:28 remaining in the second. Time's leaking off the boards. Q out in front. Dangles. Good stop by Snail. Q out in the neutral zone. Handed over to Kruk's. Kruk's shooting. Scores. Upper left 90s. Sniper rifle. 5-7's the score. And this lead is chopped down to 2. Good shot by Dennis off the far side and wide. Snail off the back end. Good forehand shot. Kruk's there staying in that shot lane, though. Keeps that one wide of the netting and the score the same. Zay down low, but pressurized by Dennis. Dennis able to win that battle away to the top side. Goes off the back of the face of N. Kruk's here with a shot. Goes off Dennis. Top side looking for Q. Snail going to let that one leak out. He'll take this one back behind his own cage. Snail banks that one off the near side boards, goes off Kruk's. Dennis able to pop this one loose over to Snail. Snail here off the backhand. Good backhand pass over to Dennis. Shooting, not quite able to direct that one on target. Here's Kruk's with it now. Q forehand shot, scores, and he makes it 6-7. And the lead is down to 1 here in the second period of Game 2.
Please don't give me the hiccups. That's the one thing I don't want today.
Snail down the near side, finds his way to N. And here along the near side point, shoots, scores, and he finds himself goal number 8 for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Beautiful forehand backhand, saw the shot lane and took advantage of it greatly. And with under 30 seconds remaining in the second period of action, Delmarva's back in the lead by 2. Kruk's takes it away, off the backhand, shooting, hits the near side of the cage, directed wide by Snail. Q trying to pull that one away, not quite able to, and goes off the hip. Zay with a nice touch on this one, sent down to the near side. Q, forehand, looking for that shot, not quite able to find the angle he wanted. 10 seconds remain. Dennis there with a nice block down at the near side faceoff dot. Here's Snail, 3 seconds remain. Q shooting off the near side, and that's going to do it for the second period of action. 10 in the books, 5 more to play. Delmarva right now in the lead by 2. An entirely new possession time ratio. Last game, it all came out for the Typhoons. This time, it's coming out for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. They almost double the possession time of the boys in blue out there. Well, technically, the boys in red because the color mod thing. But anyway, we're getting back down to the ice. Ocean City in red on the right side. Delmarva on the left in their blue. 5 minutes on the clock, and we're underway. Crooks down the near side finds his way to Zay. Zay off the back and not able to beat out Snail. Snail top side looking for Dennis. Dennis off the backhand throws this one down low looking for N to chase after this one. Crooks the first man back, the only man back. Down the near side. Pass Zay. Down the near side. Q almost able to pick that one up, but not quite able to. Dennis lost over to Crooks. Battle continues between them in the neutral zone. Nice pick set by Zay, an effective one. Snail top side. Goes off Zay. Goes off Zay again. Goes off Dennis into the netting. That's a goal for Q. If that's not a Plinko machine goal, I don't know what's considered a Plinko machine goal. Snail looking to bring this one back topside and back in the neutral zone. Bank pass to himself. Zay there picks it up off the hip to the forehand over to the top side. Right on the money. Q taking this one down low. Goes off of N. Zay with a shot. Scores! And we're tied back up with that hat trick. 8 apiece. We're tied up like a hog in a rodeo. Beautiful shot. Upper right 90. Off the backhand. 4:13 remains in the regulation period. I keep forgetting to change that. Q towards the top side finds Zay. Back over to Crooks. Crooks off the forehand. Good shot attempt, but Snail there directs this one down towards the netting. Just off the near side and wide. Crooks top side. And pulls this one away off the back end. Good shot blocked by Q. And they're trying to keep this one in his back pocket off the backhand. Not quite able to beat out Zay. Q along the topside boards, directed back towards the captain, but bounced off the boards. And out in front, Snail trying to take it. No, Dennis off the forehand, stopped up by Zay. Q out the other way, 1-on-2. As Snail able to get that one wide of the netting down the near side. Out to the top. Snail on the breakout. Forehand pass over to N. N pockets it, not quite able to shoot it past Crooks off the near side. The battle continues to the top side. Dennis, Q down to the near side. N off the back end in the corner, trying to shovel this one out in front of the offensive netting. As then works his magic down to the near side point. Snail shuffles. Jimmy's rigs it, not able to find its way into the twine. Q down low to Crooks. Crooks here starting the breakout for the Ocean City Typhoons. Crooks leaning towards the top side of the ice. Forehand pass over to Zay. Shot. Nice save by Snail. Zay out to the top side slot. Crooks looking for Q. Stolen away by N. Dennis here picking it up off the back end. Crooks here yet again off the back end. Stopped by Dennis. N with a shot. Q. The lone man back was against the ropes and he stood tall when his team needed it most, and we're still tied because of it. Snail dangles. Shoots off Q. Q keeps this one alive in the neutral zone. And Zay there to throw this one out the remaining inches. 2:40 remains in regulation. We might even see overtime, but perhaps not. Q, backhand, stopped by Dennis. Down low, here's Crooks. Of course, the Ocean City Typhoons right now lead the series 1-0 in a best-of-3, so if they win this match, we all go home, and the Typhoons move on to play the West Virginia Orangutans. But Delmarva wins, we play a Game 3. Shot by Zay off to the far side. Q, cycled out. Here's Crooks. Crooks pass over to Q, connected. Able to take this one down low. Out in front, Zay shoots, scores! And the Ocean City Typhoons find themselves their 9th goal of Game 2. Q, backhand pass looking for Zay. Dennis taking this one away off the backhand. Stopped up Crooks. Able to find his way to Zay. Zay gonna hold W, shoots it, hits the far side post. Oh, I feel that emotionally. Snail down the near side. 1:57 remaining in the third. Q steals it away, looking for a redemption arc, perhaps. Q, is he going to shoot it on his own net? I felt the thought there, at least a little bit. 1:45 remaining in the third. 1 point's the gap. Zay, forehand shot attempt, goes off Dennis. Dennis here, down to the near side, finds N. N shooting off the near side and wide. 1:35 remaining here in the third. Crooks looking to bring this one down to the near side. Forehand pass towards Q, but not quite able to find him. It's unglued. Snail swatted wide. Q down low in the corner, trying to work his magic for the Typhoons. Takes it back into his own defensive end. Interesting tactic. Keep possession, though. Zay off to the far side. 118 remaining. Plenty of slap shot left to be played. Down the near side goes past the stick of N. Dennis with a nice little stick check. Not quite able to knock Zay off kilter. Here's N off the back end. Goes through two defensive players. He somehow stayed on the puck for the time being. But Zay comes away with possession. Goes off the hip. Over to Snail. Snail slapped away by Crooks. N off to the far side point. Good shot, but blocked away by Q. Zay off the boards. Snail down the near side. Taking it off the forehand. Shooting. Nice save by Crooks. And off the forehand. Back in. Out to Snail. Not able to pull the trigger. First time nor the second out in front. Snail keeping possession. Taking this one down low. Off the back end. Looking to take it out. Here's Crooks. 43 seconds remain. Delmarva is not finished yet. Crooks towards the top side. Banks it off the glass. Q here off of N. N with a beautiful pass over to Snail. Scores. And we're tied. That's what it's all about. Wow, what a dime. Absolute dished him out a fat one. And the player of the game with 33 seconds left finds the 9th goal for the Skaters. We might see a game 3. Crooks taking this one down the near side. 20 seconds remaining in the third. Zay off the back end. Not quite able to take it off the initial swivel. Dennis fighting for his right to party down the near side. Crooks here keeping this one loose along the near side boards as well. Snail off the back end. Q there keeps it loose. Shot towards the net and goes wide off Zay's attempt. And just looking to take possession. Finds elbow room. Top side. 3 seconds remain. Forehand shot towards the net. Crooks keeps it away. And we have overtime. Holy cow. An infinite amount of time on the clock. And nothing but one goal can change that. Dennis taking this one back is Snail. Snail over to Dennis. Down the near side, swat by Crooks. Crooks down the near side looking for Q, not quite able to make contact. Snail down the near side tries to jimmy that one along the boards. Q trying to take possession down northways. Snail off the hip, down the near side, off the back end, pass towards Dennis. Goes off the top of his dome over to the hands of Crooks. Crooks here, down low, off the near side boards. Q with a shot towards Save, but almost able to get that deflection on target. But Snail taking this one top side, looking to just W it out of his zone, not quite successfully. Zay with a shot, scores, and that's the end of the ball game. The Ocean City Typhoons taking it overtime over the Delmarva Dandy Skaters in game number 2. What a nail biter. Immaculate stuff from both sides of the ice. 9-10 the final score. 20 shots from the Ocean City Typhoons. A crazy amount of saves. All 10 of the Delmarva saves were by the hands of Unglued Snail. We'll get more into that later. 80 passes and an awesome third period of action for the Ocean City Typhoons is the biggest reason they came back in that one. Coming into that last period of action, they had 30 seconds of possession time. They held the puck for the vast majority of that third period. And then overtime. It's insane stuff. 6 posts hit. If they didn't hit those posts, the match would have been entirely different. But you know, you take what you get, you score the goals you have. The turnover game was vastly in the majority of the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, but that does not matter. The only stat that matters out there on the ice is, in fact, the goals column. And the Ocean City Typhoons take the series 2-0 over Delmarva. What a match. And did God's work out there on the ice. Unglued Snail did a little bit more than God's work on the ice. He did his own work on the ice. 4 goals, 6 points on the night, 10 saves. And Unglued Snail and having one of the best shot percentages I've seen all night. Of course, Crooks up there playing the 3 position magnificently. 48 seconds with possession on his stick. Q and Zay, offensive fiends for the Typhoons. Typhoons looking forward to their next matchup here in a few days, I believe, over the weekend. They're looking at the West Virginia Orangutans. And not sure if they're nervous, not sure if they're calm, but it's going to be a tough one. Their biggest hill to climb is yet to come as they move on in the promotional series. 2 teams have been eliminated. 2 have moved on. Ontario Outliers take the series 2-0 over the Voodoo. And then the Typhoons move on 2-0 over Delmarva. So, Noobs in Ontario, West Virginia, and Ocean City. Tales have yet to be told, and history has yet to be written. 2 of these teams are going to be walking away with pro spots in Season 4. Who's it going to be? Will Maryland defend their spot? Will Tampa Bay defend their spot? Or are we going to see some new faces next season? Here in SPL's 4th season of Slapshot Rebound. Thank you guys for tuning in to the SPL Network. It's been a blast. It's been an awesome ride, especially that last series, a nail-biter at its finest, and you can't ask for more than that. Of course, I got to thank the supporters of the stream. keeping it going high and mighty. They're the biggest reason why I can put so much production quality into things like this. And without them, it'd be kind of boring. Don't know what that was about. Thank you for the subscription. Falling Cold, also known as Chase, thank you for the sub. Been going 2 months and strong. And Unglued Snail, since I believe March, 7 months straight. We almost have a kid. But as they sub during the stream, not on the list, worth a mention. But thank you guys for tuning in. The support's been amazing throughout the evening, and I couldn't imagine a better crowd to be behind. But yeah, a long list. This is the longest list we've had all season, and it's all thanks to you guys. But we're looking forward to tomorrow. I know the Ocean City Tsunamis are taking on Hamilton Boneyard Boys at around 8 or 9 o'clock. As of right now, that's the only match on the ballot. But we'll keep our ears on the ice to see how the next few days advance. But just keep your eyes on the site. That's where times will be updated first. If there's any open slots, I'll be the one casting it. If not, we'll see who else can pick up the slack. But that much and more tomorrow. Thank you for tuning into the SPL Network. I'm Darth. Both games will be tomorrow. If they do force a third. All right. I'll be there for that, hopefully. As long as Pro doesn't schedule something, I'll be there for that. Yeah, thank you for tuning into the SPL Network. Once again, I'm Darth. And hopefully, we'll see you next time.